Good evening. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello there, folks.
Here
How
we
you
go
doing?
again.
Phenomenal. Another Tuesday to get smarter, faster, more handsome.
That's it. That's your plan, is it? That's the
That sounds
plan.
like a good plan. I'm learning a lot from these Tuesday sessions with you all. It's been a nice way to get creative with AI. That sounds cheesy because that's the name, but for real, it's a good name.
Well,
That's exactly what we're aiming for.
we're trying to sort of weave a call to action into the name so people understand exactly what they're going to get from the show. They're going to get AI creative. That's the plan.
That's right.
Welcome,
And it's
everybody.
happening.
Thank you all for joining us. You're joining us from whatever platform. Can you let us know where you are? If you're on X, if you're on LinkedIn, or if you're on YouTube, it'd be good to know who's out there in television land. Hope everybody's had a good week. We have some interesting conversations to take you through today. How's your week been, Christelle? How have you been doing?
Oh my gosh, the week has been really good, very productive. I'm getting back to really using Notion, so I'm feeling good about that. And Ali is here from X. Hi, Ali. He says, hi, gang. One more day of AI growth. I love it. How are you doing, Hendo and Alex Northstar?
Let's ask
Hendo,
Alex.
my man. Yeah, I could go for me. It's a phenomenal week. It's been like a super long week. The previous one I was here like in Bulgaria at the Bansko Nomad Festival. So during the day, a lot of conferences. During the night, a lot of prompting. So yeah, it was
Nice.
a tough festival for 1 week, but I did the job. I got the workshop. So now it's getting better.
You
So it's
stayed
not-
out of jail?
No, I got again. I had to delete some posts, but I'm,
There's a
I'm,
bit of
I'm-
there's a pattern emerging here. It's like when you're saying you're
Wait,
prompting.
really?
yes, I had to delete 2 posts yesterday's.
Oh my
It was
Yeah.
wild.
Well, it's like you are discussing topics that most of us don't normally discuss, even in real life.
You mean that big
Like,
creators are stealing content from small creators? That's what you mean?
no.
Ooh, you just
Listen.
started.
We're going to talk
Getting
about that.
spicy already.
Copy pasta. Not good. Stop.
No. What I did this week, like yesterday, I was sharing how. Do you know Perplexity? It's a great AI tool to do research. It will save you a lot of times. And I was jailbreaking it to ask for the recipe of the Molotov cocktail, and it gave it to me. But I was using the Microsoft jailbreak, which I'm going to present today. So Microsoft made me do it, but I got anyway in jail. Like I got 10 views in 10 minutes on one post. That's how you know it's bad.
I have a confession to make. I have not been using Perplexity as much. And when I go in, I've been disappointed with what I'm getting, which I'm shocked
Oh,
at because I was
interesting.
the biggest Perplexity cheerleader. But
What happened?
yeah.
What do you think
Well, ChatGPT 4.0 happened, and web browsing and being able to actually get links while I'm prompting, and great resources, great articles. And I just started noticing any of these platforms that are pulling content from sites, news sites especially, it's almost like I started seeing the bias in it. I was like asking it questions about certain controversial subjects, and the articles it was giving me were all slanted one way. And I would even say, like, can you give me a mix of articles with different opinions? And it was not. It was not. So
Can
I'm
you give
like,
You need the uncensored one. You need to start joining the dark side of the uncensored one. Just don't share those resources
yeah,
with
that's
people.
why
They're not
I'm
gonna
like, I'm such a fan of uncensored, not because I'm trying to do anything crazy. Unlike Alex, I'm not trying to steal cars. I'm just kidding. I'm really not. I just want a variety of opinions, diverse thoughts on anything
Yeah.
I'm asking for. So when it's obvious that you give me 6 articles and they're all, you know what it is? I remember the example was during the whole Scarlett Johansson and Sky thing. I was going in Perplexity to look for articles, and they were all slanted towards Scarlett Johansson, and I wanted some that were not, and I
Okay.
couldn't find anything, and I was like, oh, this is interesting.
What was the result from ChatGPT? Did that give you articles that were slanted towards OpenAI?
No, because I prompted it to be as objective as possible, and I was even like, I know you're ChatGPT, but I feel like I have the discernment to be able to tell if something is relatively objective. Like you can tell, even if the person speaking, this is what I love about AI, is that it can be objective, unlike humans. You can ask me to be objective about something, but at the end of the day, I'm human. So we're naturally more subjective. But if you ask AI to be objective, it will be. I mean, I think better at least than a human could be, you know. So it's interesting. Look, Jeffrey Banks says Chat GPT 4.0 replaced Perplexity for me. I'm not the only one. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Spicy take here. I don't know, Chief. I mean, I do pay though for the Perplexity one, so I changed it from their model to the Claude 3.5 Sonnet one. So we're cruising smooth here.
Interesting.
It's all about those $20. It's all about those $20.
Yeah,
Well,
see,
listen,
I'm
hold
very
on a
picky
second.
with my $20.
You're talking about jailbreaking tech, but you're paying for other tech. I thought you would have hacked all of these systems that you would
I
have
did. No, you don't understand.
I know.
I'm
What's the
paying
point
for
of being
it.
a jailbreaker? He's an
I mean,
ethical,
on both sides.
He's
I'm on
an
both
ethical
sides.
jailbreaker. That's why he's still paying.
Thank
for
you.
He's not trying to take their money. Okay, this is good. We're starting to understand what's happening here. Oh, that's funny. He's not trying to take their money. He's just trying to take their
I'm
censored
giving
AI
them.
and make it
I'm giving them. So like I'm giving them money so I can get the full capabilities of their AIs.
I like that. I feel good about that. You know, you're paying the money and they're allowing you to do it. I mean, there must be, you know, something there.
Yeah, absolutely. Ethical
Jeff
hacking.
says he wants you to run down the advantages of Claude versus Chat GPT 4.0, please.
Tone of voice for sure. So since the beginning of AI times, Claude was always like the superior, better tone of voice. Like it's the one that sounds more human. And Gemini, it's even slightly superior, but Gemini is more hit and miss. It won't listen to you all the time. Like sometimes Gemini will just simply tell you, oh, I cannot do this. Try harder. Okay, I can do this. I was like, why are you doing this?
So what's your go-to, Alex? Which would you go to first?
All of them at the same time. So like what I do is I use like chathub.gg. So I run them in parallel, like 6 of them. I have like Llama 3, ChatGPT, all of them.
In the same
I like Claude 3.5 for coding. It does actually give really good code. Yeah. But the problem is it doesn't give websites. And when I'm learning and building, I'm using current web data a lot. The other thing about Claude 3.5 that people are loving is what's called artifacts. So that is really nice if you're building something with code or you're creating something, it has it just the way it has it set up with the split screen. And now they have projects, which is their version of custom GPTs. So those are pretty cool. And you can, you know, if you're looking for an AI solutions business, that would be a good one to build projects for people with 3.5. Jane's here.
Hello, Jane.
Hi, Jane. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, Fuzzy. How you all doing? Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Fuzzy.
X. Anybody joining from YouTube today or anybody joining from LinkedIn? We just want to get a bit of a balance, see where people are.
Jeffrey said he found that Gemini had poor memory for past conversations, and I left it behind for Chat GPT.
You are
leave
correct.
A lot behind, especially 4.0. When 4.0 came out, I stopped using a lot of other tools. I mean, this is what I love about it, you know. So
I pay for all of them, though. I keep paying for Gemini, for Claude.
No, not me.
No, not me. Not me.
You know, if I pay for another AI, it's going to be Notion AI because I'm in Notion all day, and Notion has an amazing AI, and I think it's just like $10. So that's probably, if I pay for another AI, that's what I would pay for, because then while I'm in there working, literally you can just generate right inside of a document. It's incredible.
I'm not a fan of Notion at all. I mean, the complete opposite, never using Notion. What is that? It's so complex.
Oh my gosh,
so
I'm so bullish. I'm so bullish
Alex,
on Notion.
What's going on? Why are you not
using
using
Notion? Put me in a
Yeah.
ring. I will defend Notion. It's changed my
just
world.
Google Notes.
Like,
Google Notes. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Oh,
Immediately.
no. You can't do pages. So someone like me who's a teacher, I can create a document and then easily share it as a web page, which can then be a duplicate, a template. I mean, just the thing, you know, we can go on all day with what you can do with Notion. And right now I'm teaching that about how to build a command center, because we all, as creators, entrepreneurs, we got to get organized with our content.
We do.
Get organized with our content. So yeah.
Shall we get into it?
Maybe that'll be next week. Yeah.
Let's get into it. Right.
So again, we have here our slides. Let's hit them with the slides.
Just a few. We're only going to do a few today because we want to change it up a little bit. Thank you all for joining. And I was thinking as well, like we're on to episode 8. That's gone pretty quick. But, you know, do we keep numbering the episodes when we get into double digits, or do we just run the show?
Absolutely. You got it set up as 3 digits there. So I'm looking forward to 100. I figured
Okay.
that's why you did the 3 placeholders, because
Well,
you kind of make
yeah.
this a long-term commitment.
Well, yeah, and also it's kind of 3 numbers looks better than 2. And
I
but then
agree.
if we did remove them, it would save me having to do that document each week too.
Oh, is that why? Is that what's going on here? We're looking for ways to automate
Hacks.
this, and I'm all
AI
about
hacks,
automation.
folks.
Okay,
Skip
I'm
the
all about
numbers.
automation.
We'll see. We'll see.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining. You probably know me by now, and you know my 2 friends. Thank you for joining us. This is Get AI Creative. We do a weekly thing. It's Tuesdays. Originally, it was meant to be on the job site, LinkedIn, but we're doing it on all. We're doing it on all 3 now because people on the other platforms were asking for us. They wanted to see it live rather than watching the reruns. So here we are, live on all 3. Today, like the phrase that we're hearing a lot, and I've heard this from clients as well, I did not know you could do that with AI. And we've been kicking this idea around for a little while. And it's relevant more so today than ever before because we've got a few controversial things that we want to discuss with you. But it's not necessarily my opinion. It's going to be the opinion of everybody out there on the internet. I want to know from you what your thoughts are.
Get your fingers ready, people. We want you in the chat.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
We want to hear those opinions.
Some of this has been sort of already foreshadowed in some tweets as well. Some people were very fast to respond. And I thought rather than doing it in tweets, let's wait. Or sorry, posts. Just for you, Alex. We'll do it on the
said
show.
it. He said tweets. I got you there.
He did say tweets.
It's natural.
I said it for you.
It's okay. We're not taking your X card. We're not taking your X card.
Please don't. Please. So listen. Tweets. Runway AI. We finally got access. It's amazing.
I know, this was so good.
Amazing.
This is one of the coolest things I've seen.
There's been a lot of amazing content. Like the guys that are in the creator program, they've been putting out content for the last few days, and this stuff looks amazing. I got access last night, and I thought to myself, will I wait until tomorrow? Of course not. I'm going to stay up late, do some cool content. And the first thing I thought of was, what can I do that's a little bit original? Chocolate balloons. Of course, that's what you're going to do, isn't it? And the prompts were pretty basic, and they went from balloon to chocolate really easily. The transitions are...
Oh, I love this.
They're super cool. They're super cool. Lots of fun, nice. Loads of fun to play with. But the really interesting stuff.
That's so good.
Yeah, this
so
is
good.
Video.
Look at those picture. Balloons. That's crazy.
Look at those
that looks
balloons.
Just completely realistic.
It is, and there's good reflections on the balloons. There's reflections in the glasses. It's pretty mind blowing. One of the interesting things on the Runway site is that they give camera directions, camera positions. So people that might not have worked in the film industry or the creative industry can learn from the website about how you can actually prompt. So prompt for the camera, prompt for the shot, prompt for the angles. It's really, really brilliant. And there's a link inside the generator as well where you can find this stuff as well. Really, really cool stuff. So we've been talking about personal branding for the last 7 weeks. So when are we going to start seeing people designing content that suits their personal brand? People are starting to edge towards this, the colors that work with their brand. What's going to come next? Are we going to start seeing animations related to people's brand? Maybe. So interesting to see what's going to come from that. But so I had a really interesting conversation today with a new client, and this is also a tweet as well I've been talking about over the last few days, a little quiz for people, for Christelle and Alex, but anybody that can kind of jump in and answer the question. You recognize this place. Any idea what the population is?
8 billion?
Yeah, they say about 8 billion.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And we're all creators. You know, we're on this planet. There's 8 billion of us, right? How many of those are using the internet?
3 billion.
Christelle, what you reckon?
I'm going to say 5 billion.
Oh, you checked the deck.
No, I didn't. I promise. That was a guess.
That would have been good, right? So, okay, how many registered users of ChatGPT are there?
You
Yeah.
pressed the button too
1.8.
fast, my man. You pressed the button too fast. I'm seeing there on the
Yeah,
slides
we
the
see the answer.
Ah, all right, okay,
Could it be 1.8 million?
correct. Yeah, okay. Well, what percentage of the planet is that then? There you go, Mr. Smarty
Yeah.
Pants.
It's about 2%. No? 3%? 1%? 0.5?
ChatGPT.
Jeez.
Read the slides real quick and give me the answer to the question.
Yeah.
Screenshot.
Let me take a quick
ChatGPT.
screenshot. Literally
Yeah.
screenshot
Sky.
this places.
Sky.
Screenshot.
If I had Sky right now, if I had Scarlett
Yeah,
Johansson, my
Sky.
headphones, she would just whisper to
Way
me
less.
softly.
Way
Ali
less.
says way
0.2%.
less.
0.18%.
Larock says, let's go and grow.
Let's go, Larock.
Hi,
Exactly.
Larock.
Hey
Now,
there,
look,
Laurent.
There's a point to this, right? So this is opportunity
Ooh,
for anybody
damn.
that's using the tech. And there's such a minimal amount of people, and this is registered users. So that 1.8 million, they're probably not all using it. So
Right.
if we're all
These are
creative,
just people that signed in one time.
exactly,
Doesn't
they might
mean
have
they
used
even
it.
came back.
They used it once. They might have written a couple of bad LinkedIn articles and never came back to it, or they wrote some spammy posts.
DMs.
You know. So why are we seeing so much copy pasta? Why are people taking other people's content? It's like we have all of this amazing technology. We've got the ability to create loads of stuff. Why are we seeing people taking other people's content and not crediting them? What is that about? Come on, guys. We're
Crazy.
creators.
Crazy. Unacceptable.
What do you reckon
I don't know,
about
folks. I am absolutely outraged, first of all. And second, in the AI niche on Twitter, there was this guy, maybe you know him. I think he was called like Steve 5 or something. So there was literally this like Chinese guy account. I don't know if you know him. He had like more than 100,000 followers, and he would copy our posts all the time. All the good posts, you just copied them, rewrite them in Chinese, and he would get like massive views. And nobody could stop him. It was wild.
Where is he
You
now?
know him?
What's he doing?
He's on Twitter. He's still like big man. He's called, I think it's like Steve Finance 5 or something like that. He just literally steals your threads and translates them in Chinese. Same
Yeah.
exact wording, and gets mad views.
I actually think that's brilliant. And I'll just kind of put in my 2 cents here because I'm coming from a really different industry. I am coming, and first of all, I'll just say from my personal place, I do everything I can to give creators credit because I think that we should always give the creator credit. That's what I believe. However, at the same time, so this isn't necessarily the way that I practice it myself. So I can have an opinion on something, but then do it differently, I guess. So I'm coming from a teaching background, and in teaching, everything was copied, shared, templated, and we had this common saying, don't reinvent the wheel. Now, if I'm going to use another teacher's lesson plan, if I'm going to literally copy it, I'm still going to come in there because I know my students. If we're thinking about creators, entrepreneurs, you know your audience. So I'm actually a big fan of using other people's content in your own style as a way of reference, as a way of educating, as a way of repurposing. I actually just taught a workshop on this yesterday. However, I believe that the way to do it is to give proper credit. So all throughout, if I'm using someone else's framework, then I'm going to give them credit. I'm going to show you where I got the framework from. I'm going to show you the YouTube video that I watched. But I don't think the problem here is the copying or repurposing. Now, if it's a straight copy in another language, I mean, I think that that's brilliant. It would be more ethical if they credited the thread creator. However, the idea of it, I think is a brilliant idea. Use AI to translate the
I'm
thread.
gonna take all of your content and translate it in Italian. Just post it on Italian Twitter.
Please
You're not gonna know what.
Please do. And that's where I'm coming from as a teacher. I want my content to be modeled after and copy. Now, if people just straight up copy, they're going to get the consequence of that because nobody's going to like that. They're not going to connect with their personal brand. So it's not a good idea. Copy pasta is not a good idea. Stop doing it. However, I want people to know.
I'm watching. I know who you are. I know what you're doing.
Give credit.
Lifting, using, not rewarding the creator, bad vibes. Community's too
vibes.
small. Too small
Yeah.
people.
It's a
That's it.
small village. It's a small village. That's what I'm
is.
saying. Because people
And
kept
reputation-
tagging me in this guy's post.
Reputation is a big deal. Reputation is a big deal, especially when it comes to personal brand. You don't want to, and it doesn't matter how big your audience is. You might think you're protected because you have hundreds of thousands of followers,
Yep.
but people know, and
We know.
reputation is
We're
a
watching.
big deal.
We're a watching. Mr. North Star.
Oh yeah, my side. All right, folks. So as I said, like we kind of know each other at this point. Again, I'm gonna present myself just real quick. I do like AI upskilling. I do like workshops. I talk about it, traveling around continents. I helped quite a few people start putting this technology to work for them, either small teams or entrepreneurs. So we can jump the slide, but normally, yes, I do more like productivity AI. So I got two things for you this week that I think are rather cool, simple, and powerful. Now, one of this is this little prompting hack. Like sometimes what I do for my prompts, I save snippets, like little pieces that I kind of use often, like I integrate into my prompts. For example, back in the days 1 year ago, for those of you that know, ChatGPT used to have limits. So like after it wrote a certain piece, it would just like stop and it would be incomplete, the answer. So one of the snippets I used to have in the past was like, hey, whenever you reach your limitations, just tell me and then I can tell you to proceed so you can continue with the idea. So that was a pretty interesting unlock back in the days in the 19th century of ChatGPT. Now, one of these that I'm using more and more often, and I found this from Credit, Jeremy Howard, who I don't know, to be honest, who exactly he is, but that was the name that I found. This is what the guy that made it. He was using it for integers and stuff like that. I have no idea what that is, but the prompt, the little piece is interesting. So before you, I add this more and more often for like the brainstorming tasks. Before you answer, make a list of wrong assumptions people sometimes make about the concepts that I include in the question, right? So when I say, for example, like, give me tips on branding, whatever, a very small thing. Of course, you can go more in detail, but I found interesting results when I tell like, give me the misconceptions about branding, for example. Give me the misconceptions about programming. Because the thing is, there's a lot of stuff when you're a beginner in some topics, right? There's a lot of things that you don't know that you don't know. So that's where AI kind of helps you learn faster by giving you the wrong assumptions directly from the beginning. So this is an interesting little piece of prompt that you can add to understand what's wrong, right? How you should not be
This is
thinking.
so good. I love this. I can't
Try it
wait
because
to
it's really
use this.
versatile. It's really versatile
Yeah.
for like a lot of concepts, and I
Yep.
didn't expect.
And
So
you can make
this
a lot
one-
of great content.
Yeah,
with
you can
these
make content with it
assumptions.
because you're gonna
Yeah.
just tell people like assumptions, right? In branding, for example, people would tell you like, "Oh, you need to post a lot." Now, this is really simple stuff, but like in the end, I was like, "Well, I noticed with time is like it's more worth it to give some, like to put out some better quality than more quantity because if it's average, no matter how much you post, nobody will care. But if you have a couple of gems there, it will move the needle. So you're aiming at in the end for the gems. All right, simple one. Let's go to the second slide that I have for today, which is something a bit more spicy because Microsoft was busy in the last 4 months hacking other AIs with their skeleton key jailbreak.
Is that a little
Now-
devil you have there? That's hilarious.
The thing is, they patched it. So what they did is they were experimenting with this technique on all the major AIs, and it worked pretty much. Like it allowed to get results from like whatever you'd ask, they would do it. Now, of course, Microsoft also owns like they work with OpenAI and they have like ChatGPT and Copilot, which is ChatGPT 4. So they patched it for themselves. According to what they said that they sent this information also to the other providers. I don't think it's true because this technique still works with Perplexity. So, for example, like you ask it like how to get ingredients for a Molotov cocktail, and I got the ingredients and the recipe, and I shared it on Twitter, and I got into trouble, and I removed all of that. So now I'm clean. I only share family-friendly content. So today I shared my productivity guide on project management with my 5 prompts. Everything is clean and safe. Elon's great. I love Twitter, but it still works on
What
Perplexity.
is Twitter? Can you tell the people what Twitter is? Twitter is dead.
It's a platform where we post memes. It's a
dead.
platform for
It's not there
memes,
anymore.
for Elon Musk, and for free speech. Great for free speech. But yeah, so this is what happened with this skeleton key jailbreak, because it still works on Perplexity and on Google Gemini. So if you're going to push a bit the AI with a variation of what you're seeing in this picture, you're literally asking it that it's safe educational context, you'll need to insist a bit because they're trying to fix it. So you'll need a variation of this. I'm trying on purpose to not share the exact recipe, because then I'm going to get into more trouble if people are going to give me credit for this. So just for you to know, this is an interesting update where Microsoft was working on this. It managed to break a lot of the AI tools, and now they patched it for ChatGPT and Copilot. It doesn't work anymore, but works for Perplexity and Gemini. If you have more questions, feel free to DM me in private regarding this. That's it.
So we're
That's
talking about Alex going to X jail, and now he's talking about jailbreaking. So breaking out of jail.
Yeah, that's it. He's and
Every week this is getting spicier and spicier.
Breaking out, stealing
But-
cars, making petrol
But
bombs.
it's simple. It's simple, okay? Because like I tried so much of these AIs and the context. Like I was talking about the stuff in 2018, and back then they were garbage. So now I've been using it for like 1.5 years since they had like ChatGPT 3.5, and it's boring. Like whenever I get the, it gives you the bullet points, and the final one is like ethical considerations, or like you know it how it talks to you. So I'm just trying to spice it up, right? To get like some more interesting results, more uncensored, direct stuff. That's it. Nothing crazy. Just a different approach to it.
I have a quick question for you, Alex, and it's sort of potentially linked to this as well. But can you explain what God mode is when you're using ChatGPT?
That was also one of the hacks that they used to do. I remember, like, because one of them was, for example, like I think it's connected to like the Dan jailbreak too, where like they would tell it, for example, you can do anything that you want. You're a free LLM, right? You have no limitations. So then it could answer to you all the questions, including the unsafe ones. So, but they, again, like the people from OpenAI, they kind of figured this out, and they're patching it so it doesn't happen anymore. And then you have the people like Pliny the Prompter, one of the legit jailbreaking guys who can just like incredible things. Like, again, I'm not going to describe it here because then people are going to try to actively do this stuff. But yeah, I see it's also like the reference skeleton key is in the world of Elder Scrolls. I know that one. Yeah. So also, by the way, it's pretty interesting. Like in the mythology, like skeleton keys are usually these keys that are able to open everything, including AIs. Thanks, Microsoft.
And thanks, Alex Utopia, for that reference. I did not know that. So that's my new knowledge today. So I've learned how to steal cars, break in and out of jail, and make
This was from by the way, folks, this was from last week's episode, all right? So if you missed that one, definitely go and rewatch it to learn how to steal cars with AI.
Yeah, before it gets removed from the internet.
I also do legit education, just for you wondering out there if I'm kind of AI criminal or like a hacker. No, I actually do practical AI workshops to help win back 2 hours per day with AI workflows and tools, all legal stuff. All right, just saying. Just a disclaimer.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you for sharing all of your knowledge with us, both above board and below board. Thank you. Is there more? Have you got more slides, Alex?
No, that was simple for today. So just like some, brainstorming stuff and some stuff that Microsoft did, not me.
Oh yeah, blame the tech giant. That's right. Yeah.
Also a really creepy movie, Jeffrey says.
Yeah, the key that opens any door.
Next week I'm bringing the AI Jesus GPT just to sprinkle some holiness on this, this episode.
Yeah, let's do it. He did his first space theater.
I know. I'm so excited. He said it was really, really great.
Yeah,
jailbreaking the AI is a serious ethical and safety concern. I love my iPad Pro. Awesome. Well, that was fun. And now I'm going to bring in some, wholesome teacher AI tools. Darby says, holy AI. That's right. We're pouring some holy water on this. But no, it's cool. And these things that we're talking about have been bringing up really serious questions, and we're hosting spaces about it. Jeffrey's here. He's in the community, and he's hosting spaces about ethics. We did one recently as well. But yeah, it's a really good conversation. And I like that we're dipping our toe into this and bringing this more into this conversation as well. But what I like to do is bring you all tools that maybe you don't know about to go with the theme of I didn't know you could do this with AI. I'm Christelle. Again, I'm an AI teacher, a consultant, a solutions designer. I'm also a community builder. So there's a lot of content that goes into that goes into building a personal brand, having a business. Oh, I love these hearts. You might hear baby in the background. He's he's going through a little, I don't know if it's a teething phase, who knows, but he's going to be too soon. So I'm a full-time mama and I need tools, full-time mama and a full-time content creator, an entrepreneur, agency owner. So I need tools that can help me create content fast and at high quality. I don't want it to look like it was generated with an AI model that does not care about quality. We'll just say it like that. So I love Gamma because it really creates beautiful presentations and websites literally in seconds, minutes, and you can do it from your phone, which is great. I love tools you can use on your phone. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to go over a little bit of the features, and we're going to end with one of my favorite ways to use Gamma, which is actually to create carousels really quickly on the job site, LinkedIn. So we're going to talk about that as well. So with Gamma, you can do three things. You can generate beautiful presentations. You can generate websites. If you just want to put up like a quick landing page and you want to give a simple prompt, it will literally create an entire presentation, entire website, just off of a very simple prompt. Also, you can create documents. You can paste in an entire document. So I've used this to take my course content and create a landing page for it, create a presentation for it. There's so much you can do, and it's free. So it is a free tool. You get credits. And the way you can get more credits is just by sharing the tool, which is nice. So I use it mostly for presentations. That's what I'm going to show you all today. And the workflow that I'm taking you through is how to then turn this into a carousel for the job site. So this is what the dashboard looks like. Another thing I love about this tool, we've been talking a lot about personal branding. And of course, we know that branding is so much more than the colors we choose. We've been learning a lot from Hendo. It's about the vision, creative direction, and how can we use AI to help us really get our personal brand out there. Well, one of the things I love about Gamma is that, because it is important to have colors, right, that are related to you. When I think Hendo, I think orange hair and beard. I think yellow banana. When I think North Star, I think that gold and black color of a star. Hopefully when you all think of me, you think of this color-ish. I'm not really sure if it's more purple or pink. It's a combination of both. But one thing I love about tools like Gamma is that it does allow you to customize your templates for your presentations, for your websites, and you can go in there and actually give it the exact color code that you want. So another thing, we don't talk about this very much, but I've been using ChatGPT's vision. I'll upload an image with a color that I like, and then I'll ask ChatGPT to give me the hex code for it, which is really cool. So if you see a color that you like and you want to use that in your branding, you can just ask ChatGPT to tell you what, to identify the color for you. And then you can come into tools like this and actually customize a template. But you see, I like to use a lot of different templates. I try to keep it around the same colors, but I like it to look different because I am using this mostly for carousels on LinkedIn. So to start, you just click that button up there that says Create with AI, and then it's going to take you to the screen that you saw before where you can choose presentation, website, document. Also, I hope that you all are taking screenshots. We purposely set up this beautiful presentation here that Hendo is the creative director of. All we have to do is come in and add our pieces and it looks so nice, but it's set up in a way that's meant for you all to be able to quickly screenshot as a reminder for later. Yeah, so you just click that button, it'll take you through the process. It's really simple. On the next slide, I'll show you what it actually looks like once you go through the step-by-step process of creating your presentation. So this is a presentation. I asked for 8 slides. I gave it, for this one, what I did was I actually took an article that I wrote about this topic, inclusive education with AI, one of my favorite topics. And I actually stuck the entire article in Gamma and asked for it to turn it into a presentation. So I'm the queen of repurpose because, again, I'm trying to save as much time as possible. And one of my favorite ways to use AI is to repurpose. So I can take something like an article, I can take something like a 2-sentence prompt and create an entire presentation. Now, I'm going to start the workflow here of how you can actually turn this into a carousel. I don't know about you all, but I don't have time to create carousels without AI. It takes forever. It's a bunch of images. They're nice and all, but the thing is, carousels get a ton of impressions. So they're great resources, especially if they look professional and you can have your branding. So what I'm about to show you is my hack for creating carousels literally in minutes. You can do this entire thing in less than 10 minutes. But once you're here, I do want you to know that this is fully customizable. So you can add buttons, you can add forms, you can do so much with this. But for this flow, I'm going to show you how to turn this presentation into a carousel. So you just click that button at the top that says share, and it's going to give you the option to export as a PDF. Okay, so that's really important. If we go to the next slide, you're just going to now go inside of the job site that we call LinkedIn. It's fun because now we're multi-streaming. So we're on LinkedIn, we're on X, and we're on YouTube, which is a lot of fun. We didn't want to do a show without our X friends because those are our people. Not Twitter, X. So yeah, so if you're in LinkedIn, you just start a new post and you'll see a button here that says add document. And then you just upload the PDF and it automatically puts it in carousel format. So then you just press the button and each of your slides are in a beautiful carousel. You add a post and boom. So this is what we mean when we talk about a high quality post. This is informational, it's educational, it's visual, and you can use Gamma to actually create. It does now have AI generation models in there, so you can use it to create AI generated images. Of course, you can use something like Unsplash to upload non-generated AI generated images. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I have one more slide, maybe. Let's see. Nope, that's it. So yeah, that's Gamma. Again, I try to bring you all tools that I'm actually using pretty frequently, and I am trying to grow my account right now on LinkedIn and on YouTube. So this is definitely a huge time saver for me.
I can also mention, I just wanted to mention real quick that, by the way, like in the slides, it doesn't do justice for Gamma because I've been using it since last year. And it's just a beauty to see what it makes those like 10 slides in the span of like 37 seconds.
I want everyone to experience
I press the button, I just
magic.
look at it and I'm like,
it's always really beautiful.
And it looks good too. Like it looks so good. You can download it like in PDF and stuff. They got more funding, by the way, because one of those like top 10 legit AI tools that actually does extra stuff, and they're really promising.
It's cool. They've got because you can make websites with it as well. You can do like a one-page website. It's really cool.
And they recently upgraded the site feature, so it's even better. You can now tie it to a custom domain and do other fun things.
There's only one, like the whole flow is perfect. Like everything that you explained, Christelle, is brilliant. You showed it to me, a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks back. It's really good. And the only thing that I've had an issue with, and it's only a little niggle, and I think with people use it for the first time, is when you actually go to save it, that it's kind of tricky to find the page setup. So you've got to go to find like one-to-one or the version of the PDF that you're going to download. I think that's the only challenging point. But apart from that, the flow is perfect. It looks cool and it formats it perfectly. Have you tried downloading the PDF?
Well, yeah, you have to download the PDF in order to.
No, but from the job site.
Oh, no. Like once I've posted the PDF, then re-downloading it. No, I haven't done that. So you're saying when you do that, it's funky?
No. But the funky bit is actually the output from Gamma to your machine. But what I was curious about was what's it like downloading it if people wanted to download your content from LinkedIn?
Yeah, they can. They can download the whole document and it has your name on it. It's really nice. And by the way, Jane was asking, what's the website again? It's Gamma AI. I do have a link if you're on X and you want to DM me, or on LinkedIn. And where's the job site? That's LinkedIn. So we call LinkedIn the job site. We call TikTok the dance site. YouTube, the video site, Instagram, the picture site. And we do this because Papa Elon, you know, he doesn't really like us talking about the other platforms. So we have to have code. But today we're multi-streaming. So.
X is Twitter. We all know it, folks. We all know it.
Oh
X
my
is Twitter. We
gosh.
tweet and we retweet all day long.
Here we go. Here we
But
go.
yeah,
He
it's
does
Gamma,
this every week.
Gamma, Gamma AI.
Dot
Again, if
app.
you want a specific link, yeah, gamma.app. That's the other thing. They have a great credit system. So I think when you start, you get about 600 credits. But if you share the link, then you get 200 credits. I have like 6,000 credits right now because this is one of the easiest links to share. Like, who doesn't want to use AI to create a website or presentation? So make sure when you set up your account, you go in and you find your referral link, because every time someone clicks it, you get to it. That's how I have 6,000 credits. I'm going to be using this for free. Look, no Twitter. You guys aren't even listening to me now. I'm just kidding.
Darby.
Of course we're listening.
I'm just kidding.
We used to retweet back in the days.
So what else is going on, guys? What you got going on this week? Any other video shows? Any other spaces?
There's this one show that comes on Wednesday. This one little show that comes on Hump Day.
Oh yeah,
it's a big show. It's a big show.
Any idea? What can you remember?
Daybreak. It has the coolest emoji, the coolest creative director. Yeah, we're excited about that. That's where we give our news, our X news, AI news. It's about X creators on X.
Yeah, we like.
Yeah, I'm not posting that. I don't know what's going on with Jane. We said Jane? Spicy, and she says, I'm bringing the spicy. I don't know what that is. Looks like butts, and I don't know. I'm not going to say it. Oh, my goodness.
I love those emojis, yeah. You'll never know, folks, if you're watching.
Oh, he did it.
Okay. Oh, no.
He did
Somebody pressed the
I'm
button.
So
no.
Somebody
We're getting
censored.
We're getting censored. Oh, no.
All because of Jane. Innocent Jane. I love it.
Jane, that's your fault.
Thank you for joining us, Jane.
Yeah, so
we love Jane. We love Jane.
So what, Alex, what have you got? Have you got spaces this week? Anything going on?
Great question for this week. I'm not sure. I might have something on Saturday, but I can't promise anything because I'm working a lot like offline for the New York event. I can actually mention that one, folks. So like on the 12th of July, there's going to be Imagine AI Live Impact in New York. Go there and get upskilled on AI. And one day you're going to learn more than like in 6 months on AI. I saw like the list of all the other people speaking. I want to attend all of them. And I'm going to send all my assistants to attend to all of those. So that could be interesting. If I'm going to make a space, it's just going to happen out of the blue. And we'll see if Elon will allow me to do all of this.
So here's an interesting question. There was a conversation in one of the threads on X a few days ago about you going to real life events, and like Imagine AI, amazing. Met the team in Vegas. It was super cool, great to be there, and I'd love to be there at the New York one, but it's not going to happen. The query I had for you was that you were at a number of events over the last few weeks, and what was your information about the knowledge that you're getting from these events? Can you share that?
Oh, yeah. I've been quite a few, but there weren't like all of the like AI stuff, like it was a bit of like different stuff for entrepreneurs, but like us, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about you, but like sometimes, it's like, it's either because sometimes we're advanced, I guess, or like if you're not a complete beginner, right? You go to these events and they share information with you. It's like, and we give it here to the people, right? We give them the full stuff, It's like meat and potatoes in these 45 minutes. And then you have people out there, giving a lot of fluff, and I'm like, I don't know, my pain tolerance, like my patience for this is becoming really, really thin for like very beginner stuff. That's the thing.
But that's
you know what was missing from that list, because you put a list up saying like these are the topics that people are talking about.
Yeah.
And I noticed right away community was not on there, and that's one of the biggest benefits that we have, is that we're part of the AI community on X, and I'll even go into other communities, and they're so different. They talk about how toxic things are, whatever, and I'm like, I love my AI community bubble. I learn so much. I stay up to date. Anything I need for growth or whatever, I know. And it's not just about AI, it's about character development, personal growth. We're growing our business, and that was what was missing from that list, is community. And so that's the advantage that we have here. It's how we're able to put up shows together, because we're working together. We have our teams. So we have a lot of leverage there because one of the big components of a personal brand is having a community, having that newsletter, that email list, all of that.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
good stuff, y'all.
And also,
Good
by the way, what I
stuff.
learned, like here in Europe, so like I was doing like workshops in the park and on the stage, and I was asking people, how many of you know about AI hallucinations? And out of like 60 people, just like 3 of them raised their hands. How many of you use Perplexity?
Wow.
Like 5 of them raised their hands.
Yeah,
like,
hardly
my
anyone
God.
knows about Perplexity, and they're not gonna. Never mind. Let me not talk
It's
smack
a
about
great
Perplexity.
tool. It's a great tool. Pay the $20.
Oh, absolutely not. I've never paid for it. Like,
No, me neither.
absolutely not.
No,
Make
I
it
like
rain. I paid for all of them.
No, listen.
Take
I'm
it.
about to create a whole
Funding.
new job title of coming and like cleaning up y'all's budgets with all these AI tools you're paying for.
I'm funding all the AI boys there. I'm funding them all.
Well, that's nice of you.
Thanks, Alex.
I'm gonna put a price tag on GPT Pro Builder just so you can come and pay
that's
for
it.
it.
Put the
Make it
prices
like
up.
$7 or something. I'm gonna subscribe to it. Come on, dude.
Look, I might actually do that. I recommend everyone do that. We might as well. Chip AI makes it really easy for us to monetize
Chip.
our
We love
apps.
Chip.
We love Chip.
We love Chip.
I got my first CEO interview. That was fun with
Yes.
Chip, the CEO, Scott. He's amazing. We've got the weekend startup program going on that Hendo is a pro for. So we're building our personal brands.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm
Lots of
excited
good
about
stuff
that.
going on this summer. Big
Loads of
summer
good stuff.
plans. Maybe we
Yeah,
can get
so-
Alex in there as a pro. We'll see.
Absolutely. We need to be. We need to be
We
doing.
need Alex. We need the North Star. You know who else we need is Coach Jacob. We need
Yeah,
to
we
get
do.
them.
Oh, yeah.
We're dragging them by their ankles.
Solid man. Solid man.
Solid.
Yeah, there's so many. Once you start,
So
you
many.
name one,
I
you gotta
know.
name them
I
all.
know.
You got to name them all. Thank you, everybody. It's been interesting. It's been Get AI Creative, episode 7. We will be back next weekend with episode 8. We are
No,
on
9.
9, 8. Is
9.
today 8?
We just
was
removed the
8.
numbers. We just removed the numbers. No need
No.
for numbers. Just copy
Only when we
pasta
get to
the
double
presentation.
digits. Double digits. Yeah. So we're on X tomorrow. We've got Daybreak tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Is that right?
12 p.m.
12
12
p.m.
And we need precise numbers, my man. Otherwise, the people are going to be confused.
It's hard. Every day is
different.
different. Yesterday
all
was 2
different.
p.m. Today's 1. Tomorrow's
Yeah.
12.
Remind the
but
people
it's
again
around
for
then.
the good folks that followed us until now. First of all, thank you. So yeah, quick
Until
reminder
now.
where they can follow. They invested, where they can find you. Hendo, in your case, what should they follow you? Like, of course, on Twitter.
Yeah.
How are you called?
On X, you can find me on there. Hendo AI. I'm on X. I'm also on LinkedIn, but LinkedIn's a tough crowd. It's a tough crowd, guys. Come on, what's happening?
We did have
LinkedIn people are
Shola here from
amazing.
LinkedIn. We had
I love
Shola
you
from
people from
LinkedIn. That
LinkedIn.
was so nice.
Thanks, Jane. Yeah,
Make
we've
sure
got
to
it.
go to hendoai.com. Hendo made a
Yeah, we got a
beautiful
new website.
site.
Yeah.
With the Creative Spark bot. Try that.
Yeah.
You can go to
lots of
my
cool-
bio or go to AI for Edu Creators to join our Edu Creator community. AIforeducreators.com. Would love to connect with you all.
See, look at
We
that.
like
Look at that.
DMs.
Darby,
Connect with
thank
us.
you. Thank you, Darby.
Nice.
Oh, we
Hearts.
love you, Darby. Heart.
Yeah,
In
I've
my
got it
case,
set.
just-
Only I can do it. I've got it set. Only I can do
Yeah,
it.
you got like that extra
Only
technology,
I
like AI
can do
technology.
it. Such a Leo.
Yeah, go
Only
on. Look
I
at
can
this. See,
do
look
it.
down there. Jane, we love you.
Jane's a real
AI.com.
one. Jane is
Nice.
a real one. I love it.
Okay, people. Alex?
In my case, they can find me at northstarbrain.com. So it's just 3 words, North Star and Brain, northstarbrain, all together.com, or on Twitter at northstarbrain. Simple.
If you go to
And I have
Twitter,
also-
you're gonna get lost. There's
Yeah, you won't get lost.
And also I have a little newsletter where I teach more about like productivity and some psychology stuff. It's called AIsecondbrain.io. So that was a pretty cool to get even more resources. And we can talk about the spicy stuff that Microsoft cooks in the background.
Ooh, interesting. Is that teasers for next
Ooh.
week?
No. I got already some people requesting that kind of information. I just
Yeah,
need to answer
interesting.
to them after the show.
Amazing. So they're in the DMs already looking for Molotov cocktails. That's interesting.
I cannot deny or confirm that.
Okay. Christelle, any closing words before we say goodbye to the people?
No, we just hope that you all connect with us and each other, because there were amazing people in here. Thank you so much for everyone that put up comments. Alex Utopia,
Yeah.
Jane, Jeffrey, Shola,
Come back next Tuesday. Come back next
Darby,
Tuesday.
Monique. Thank you all. Please come back and please join us tomorrow. We actually have shows and events every single day. And when I say every day, I mean Monday through Friday. Sometimes we do stuff on the weekend. Fuzzy. Yeah, thanks everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care. Ciao.
Six fingers.
Ciao.